Ladies and gentlemen, everybody wants success. Everybody wants to live the dream. But not everyone is willing to pay the price, and that's the great separator. You see, big dreams require big sacrifices. They demand more than a wish and a want. They ask for effort, consistency, and most of all, discipline. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to go. Without it, your dream remains a fantasy. With it, your dream becomes a plan and then, eventually, a reality. You've got to learn to say no to the small things if you want to say yes to the big life. That means saying no to procrastination, no to excuses, no to comfort zones. Every day you're either feeding your future or feeding your failure. There's no neutral. Success isn't one big leap. It's the sum of thousands of small, disciplined steps. Waking up earlier than most. Reading instead of scrolling, saving instead of spending, practicing when no one's watching. These aren't glamorous things, but they lead to extraordinary outcomes. And let me remind you, discipline is not punishment. It's a tool, a friend. It keeps your emotions in check and your actions in line with your purpose. While others sleep, the disciplined rise. While others complain, the disciplined work. While others dream, the disciplined build. You don't get the life you want by chance. You get it by change. And change demands discipline. So the question is, what are you willing to give up to go up? Your dream is waiting, but it won't wait forever. Start now. Discipline yourself. And watch your life rise to match your vision. Discipline is where it all begins. It's the root of every great achievement, the starting point of every success story. Without discipline, ambition is just noise. You can have dreams as tall as the sky, but if you don't have the structure to support them, they collapse under their own weight. Discipline builds that structure. It's the quiet force behind every productive morning, every healthy habit, every smart decision. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's getting up when it's easier to stay in bed. It's working on your craft when no one's clapping. It's saying no to the easy road so you can travel the right road. And that's not always fun, but it's always worth it. The people who succeed aren't always the smartest or the most talented. Often they're simply the most consistent. They show up, they put in the time, they follow through. Because discipline over time beats motivation. Motivation fades, emotion shifts. But discipline sticks. Every time you choose discipline, you stack another brick in the foundation of your future. You build character, you build strength, you build momentum, and soon those little choices add up to big results. So if you want the kind of life most people only talk about, you've got to do the things most people are unwilling to do. Start with discipline, stick with it, it won't let you down. Big dreams are beautiful. They inspire us, stretch us, give us something to live for. But don't be fooled. They don't come free. There's a price tag attached to every big dream, and you've got to be willing to pay it. The bigger the dream, the bigger the cost. And most of that cost isn't in dollars. It's in discipline, in sacrifice, in time, in consistency. You see, everybody wants the reward, but not everybody wants the responsibility. Want to build something meaningful? Then you've got to give up a few things. You might have to give up late nights. You might have to walk away from certain people. You might have to miss a few parties, skip a few comforts, and say no to what's easy so you can say yes to what's right. The cost is often unseen. It's in the hours spent practicing when others are relaxing. It's in the effort to learn when no one is pushing you. It's in making the hard choice now so your future self can thank you later. And you know what? That's okay, because what you get in return is worth it. You don't get to keep your dream and your excuses at the same time. One of them has to go. If the dream is big, then the excuses have to be small. If the vision is high, then the distractions have to be low. Big dreams demand more of you, more focus, more courage, more persistence. And when you pay that price fully daily, you earn something most never will, a life that reflects the greatness you imagined. Not because you hoped for it, but because you worked for it. Success doesn't just show up one day and knock on your door. It asks something of you. It makes demands. It requires trade-offs. You can't have it all at once, not comfort and growth, not pleasure and purpose, not ease and excellence. You have to choose. That's the deal. Every yes to success is a no to something else. Want to build a business? That might mean less TV, fewer weekends off, and more time learning, working, grinding. Want to be financially free? That means passing up some short-term pleasures so you can invest in long-term gains. You can't spend like everyone else and expect to live like no one else. The road to success is lined with decisions that feel tough in the moment but pay off in the future. Most people aren't willing to make those trades. They want the results without the process. They want the praise without the preparation. But it doesn't work that way. Success plays fair. It gives back exactly what you've put in and nothing more. And here's the truth. Sacrifice is temporary, but regret lasts a lifetime. The trade-offs you make today may cost you comfort, but they buy you confidence. They build character. They sharpen your focus. And slowly, almost quietly, they turn your efforts into results. So the question isn't, will you sacrifice? It's what will you sacrifice? Something always has to go. The trick is to give up what matters now for what matters most. Make the right trades, and success won't just be possible. It'll be inevitable. Destiny doesn't arrive in one big moment. It's built in the quiet choices you make every day. Not the dramatic ones, but the small ones. The ones no one sees. The ones that seem too minor to matter. But they matter more than you think. You don't suddenly wake up successful. You become successful by doing the right things, day after day, week after week, year after year. It's brushing up your skills when others are wasting time. It's choosing the book over the screen, the gym over the couch, the goal over the gossip. Little by little, those decisions begin to shape your future. And here's the key. Small doesn't mean insignificant. In fact, it's the small that becomes the big. A single decision made consistently can shift the direction of your life by inches at first, and then miles over time. It's like the course of a plane. Tilt it just a few degrees and it ends up in a completely different destination. You may not see the results right away. That's where most people get discouraged. They want instant payoff. But growth doesn't work on demand. It rewards discipline. It honors patience, and it shows up for those who keep showing up. Your destiny is hidden in your routine. Want to know where your life is going? Look at the choices you're making today. Because every time you decide, you cast a vote for the kind of future you're going to live. Choose wisely and choose consistently, and you'll be amazed where you end up. There are two types of pain in life, and you don't get to avoid both. One is the pain of discipline. The other is the pain of regret. And every day, whether you realize it or not, you're choosing between the two. The pain of discipline is real. It's the pain of getting up early when your body wants more sleep. It's the pain of staying focused when distractions are pulling at you from every direction. It's the pain of saying no to what's easy so you can say yes to what's right. It's showing up to practice when no one's watching. It's doing the work even when motivation is nowhere to be found. Discipline stings sometimes, but it's a short sting. It's temporary. It's the price you pay for growth, for excellence, for fulfillment. And here's the beauty of it. The pain of discipline pays you back with interest. It rewards you in strength, confidence, self-respect. It compounds over time and opens doors you didn't even know existed. Now, the other pain, regret, that one runs deeper. That one doesn't fade. It lingers. It wakes you up in the middle of the night and asks, what if I had tried? What if I had been more consistent? What if I had just followed through? Regret isn't about what you did. It's about what you didn't do. The time you didn't invest, the risks you didn't take, the dreams you left on the shelf. And the thing about regret is it usually shows up too late. By the time you feel it, the opportunity is already gone. The window is closed. The season has passed. And all that's left is the aching knowledge that you could have done more, been more, if only you had chosen differently when it mattered. So the question isn't, will there be pain? The question is, which pain will you choose? One builds you. The other breaks you. One is hard now, but rewarding later. The other feels easy now, but hurts for a long time. You can sweat through discipline for a season, or you can carry regret for a lifetime. Make no mistake, the price of discipline is high, but the cost of regret is far greater. If you're going to struggle anyway, and we all do, why not struggle towards something meaningful? Why not pay the price that leads to pride, to purpose, to peace? Choose discipline. It's the only pain that leads to power. People often hear the word sacrifice and immediately think of loss, something painful, something being taken away. But that's the wrong lens. Sacrifice isn't about losing, it's about choosing. It's not subtraction, it's strategy. It's giving up something good today so you can gain something greater tomorrow. It's not a setback, it's a setup. Think of it like planting a seed. When you put that seed into the ground, it looks like it disappears. You've given it away, buried it. But what you've really done is invest it. And over time, with the right care and environment, it grows into something far more valuable than the seed ever was. That's how sacrifice works. You give something up, not to have less, but to make room for more. Sacrifice might mean less sleep so you can study a little longer. It might mean turning off the TV so you can work on your goals. It might mean spending less on temporary pleasures so you can save for lasting freedom. It might mean being uncomfortable now so you can be unshakable later. And no, it's not always easy. In fact, it rarely is. But the difference between those who rise and those who remain is that the ones who rise understand this simple truth: sacrifice now is the down payment on your future. They don't see it as suffering, they see it as smart. They don't cry over what they gave up, they get excited about what they're building. You see, life is full of choices. You can spend your energy, your time, your money, or you can invest it. Spend it, and it's gone. Invest it, and it comes back multiplied. But the return only shows up for those willing to delay the reward. The great mistake people make is trying to have it all now, to enjoy all the comfort today and still expect all the success tomorrow. It doesn't work that way. You can't eat the fruit before you grow the tree. And trees don't grow unless something is sacrificed: time, attention, effort, patience. Sacrifice is proof that you believe in your future. It says, trust the process. I trust my vision, and I'm willing to pay the price now so I can live the reward later. So the next time you're tempted to complain about what you're giving up, shift your thinking. You're not losing, you're leveraging. You're not being deprived, you're being developed. Sacrifice is never wasted when it's attached to purpose. It's the hidden power behind every extraordinary life. Treat your sacrifices like investments, and the return will surprise you. Your habits tell the truth, louder than your words ever could. You can talk about how committed you are, how badly you want to succeed, how passionate you are about your goals. But if your daily habits don't line up with that talk, the talk doesn't matter, because your habits are the proof. They show the real level of your commitment. It's easy to make promises in the heat of motivation. It's easy to get excited about change when the energy is high and the vision is clear. But commitment isn't measured in moments of inspiration. It's measured in what you do every single day, especially when you don't feel like it. Your habits expose whether this is a phase or a lifestyle, a wish or a decision. You want to know how serious someone is about their goals? Don't ask them. Watch them. Watch how they use their mornings. Watch what they do with their free time. Watch whether they train when they're tired, read when they're bored, work when no one's watching. That's where commitment lives, not in grand speeches, but in quiet choices. And here's the thing about habits: they don't lie. They show up on the scoreboard. They leave footprints. You can't fake a strong routine any more than you can fake fitness or wealth or mastery. You either put in the reps or you didn't. You either stayed consistent or you drifted. And over time, the gap between those who commit and those who dabble becomes massive. Now, building strong habits isn't always glamorous. It's not flashy. It's not exciting. But it's powerful, because those little disciplines, repeated daily, become the backbone of greatness. They create momentum. They build identity. They hardwire your future. On the other hand, weak habits, those little compromises and just this one-snap moments, erode your progress. Bit by bit, they chip away at your confidence, your results, and eventually your belief in yourself. And the worst part, most people don't even notice it until the damage is done. So if your habits aren't lining up with your dreams, don't lower the dream, upgrade the habit. Don't just hope things will change. Decide that your actions will. Commitment isn't a feeling, it's a pattern, a rhythm, a discipline. And the habits you choose are writing your future one day at a time. You want different results? Build different habits. You want to be taken seriously? Take your own routine seriously. Because in the end, your results don't come from what you say you want. They come from what you consistently do. Let your habits speak so loudly that no one ever needs to ask how committed you are. Discipline is the quiet force that separates immediate pleasure from long-term purpose. It's the daily decision to put off what feels good now for what matters most later. It's not just about working hard. It's about working smart, working intentionally, and making the tough call between what's convenient today and what's meaningful tomorrow. Every time you're faced with a choice, sleep in or rise early, spend now or save, talk about your goals or take action on them, you're really asking yourself a deeper question: do I want what's easy right now, or do I want what's worth it later? That's the essence of discipline. It's the ability to delay the short-term reward so you can earn the long-term result. And let's be honest, the now is tempting. The now is loud. The now wants your attention. The now says, well, just this once won't hurt. But the now is a liar when it keeps you from becoming who you were meant to be. Because what you want to most, A strong body, a sharp mind, financial peace, a meaningful legacy won't be found in the comfort of now. It's found in the commitment to what's ahead. Discipline trains you to keep your eyes on the horizon, even when your emotions scream for shortcuts. It tells you, yes, this moment is uncomfortable, but this is the price, and the price is worth it. It's how dreams stop being wishful thinking and start becoming actual milestones. Think about it. The person who wants to be healthy to most doesn't always feel like going to the gym, but they do it anyway because the vision is greater than the craving. The entrepreneur who wants financial independence most learns to sacrifice the impulse buy. The student who wants mastery most turns down the party and hits the books. And over time, that pattern of disciplined decision-making builds a life that others admire, but few are willing to create. The greatest part, every time you choose what you want most over what you want now, you grow stronger. You reinforce your identity. You build trust with yourself, and that trust compounds. It creates a sense of control, confidence, and power that no one can give you, and no one can take away. So the next time you're tempted to break your commitment or skip the process, pause and ask yourself, is this what I want right now, or is this what I want most? Because how you answer that consistently will define your future. Discipline doesn't remove desire. It refocuses it. It aligns your actions with your ambition. It builds a bridge between who you are today and who you're capable of becoming. And if you stay true to what you want most, you'll look back one day, not with regret, but with gratitude that you stayed the course when it mattered most. You don't get in life what you wish for. You get what you settle for. And what you settle for is determined by your standards. Your standards are the invisible line you draw in the sand that says, this is the level I operate at. This is who I am. This is what I expect from myself. And the truth is, you rise or fall based on that line. If your standards are low, your results will follow. If you're okay with average, you'll get average. If you tolerate excuses, distractions, or half effort, then don't be surprised when your life reflects it. But when you raise your standards, really raise them, everything starts to shift. Not overnight, but steadily, quietly, powerfully. Raising your standards means refusing to go through life on autopilot. It means no longer accepting a good enough when you know you're capable of great. It means holding yourself accountable even when no one's watching. And yes, that can feel uncomfortable because higher standards demand more from you. More focus, more responsibility, more discipline. But here's the reward. High standards pull you up. They stretch you. They make you grow. They force you to become the kind of person who can handle success, not just dream about it. They create alignment between your values and your actions, your goals and your behavior. And let's make one thing clear. Standards aren't about perfection. They're about consistency. They're about integrity. They're about not letting yourself off the hook just because no one else is holding you to it. The most successful people in the world aren't necessarily the most talented. They're often the ones who simply refuse to lower their standards when life got hard. Your standards dictate your effort. They influence how you show up. They shape your habits, your thinking, your energy. If you want to see change in your life, don't just change your environment. Change what you expect from yourself. Set the bar higher, then grow into it. Because here's what happens. When you raise your standards, you start to attract better things, better opportunities, better relationships, better outcomes, not because the world changed, but because it's you did. You stop settling. You stop making excuses. You stop playing small. And suddenly, people notice. Results start to follow. Confidence begins to rise. But it all traces back to one decision, the decision to no longer live below your potential. So if you're not where you want to be, ask yourself, what am I allowing? What am I accepting that I shouldn't be? Because your life will never exceed the standards you set for it. Raise them and your life will rise with them. Lower them and your potential will fall in step. In the end, your standards are either lifting you up or holding you back. The choice is always yours. A dream is a beautiful thing. It's the spark that lights your soul, the vision that keeps you up at night, the reason you get out of bed in the morning. But dreams by themselves don't work. They don't come to life on their own. Dreams work when you do. And that's where most people miss it. You see, the difference between a dreamer and a doer is simple: action. You can have the most beautiful dream in the world, but without consistent, focused effort, it remains just that, a dream. And the longer you wait to take action, the further that dream drifts from you. Dreams don't chase you, you have to chase them. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of a new idea, a new goal. You're full of energy at first. You imagine the success, the rewards, the transformation. But what happens when the novelty wears off? What happens when the work gets hard or the results don't show up right away? That's when your dream needs you the most. That's when it needs you to show up day after day, even when it doesn't feel easy, even when progress seems slow. The truth is, success doesn't follow passion. It follows discipline. It's not enough to simply want it. You have to work for it. You have to put in the time, the effort, the sweat, and yes, sometimes even the sacrifice. You have to do the things that others aren't willing to do at times when they're not willing to do them. That's what makes the difference. Dreams are the starting point, but work is what turns them into reality. It's the small steps, the consistent action, the steady grind that builds the bridge between what you want and what you achieve. You want a successful business? Work. You want a healthier body? Work. You want financial freedom? Work. The dream works only when you're willing to do the work. And here's the catch. Doing the work isn't always glamorous. It's not always fun. It's not always exciting, but it's necessary. It's the part that separates the dreamers from the achievers. Anyone can have a dream, but very few are willing to pay the price for it. The key to making your dream work is understanding this simple principle. The more work you put in, the closer your dream comes to reality. And every time you take action, no matter how small, you are one step closer to what you want. The path to success isn't a straight line. It's a series of actions, decisions, and habits that move you in the direction of your dream. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for everything to fall into place. The time to act is now. You may not see instant results, but the work you put in today is what will pay off tomorrow. Don't just dream about it, do it. Make the work match the dream and watch how it all starts to unfold. The dream works when you do. It's that simple. So get to work and let your dreams follow your lead.